It's coming. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bright Opal Tarot. My name is Sophie, and we have Katie from Kathleen J. Lightworker. So,
Hello.
thank you all for coming, and please like, share, and subscribe. And also, I just want to say this is tarot read. These what we're going to do today are tarot readings, and they are for entertainment purpose only. They are not to be used as factual facts. Hi, Kaya Noel Cat Mama. How are
Hi.
you? Meowdy. I like that. So, like I said, in terms entertainment purposes only, these are not factual. Um, there are no factual information that we are going to share. And this is just tarot, guys. So, just take it for what it is.
Yeah,
I
if
think
this
that
was
covers me. Yeah, go ahead.
if this was a scientific discussion, it would be everybody is presenting their theories, not
Right.
facts.
There you go. There you go. Hi, Teresa. Okay, so today, these are political readings. We are open to any questions that you might have. Oh, you were in the hospital, Kaya?
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon.
do too, sweetie. I do
Hi,
too.
Candy.
Hello,
So,
Candy. How have you been? Hello, Teresa Levine.
so I am getting these decks out. The Disney Villains Tarot and my clone cards. That means I'm doing political readings. I'm getting back into this. Just so you know.
Oh,
Who knew a gallbladder could cause so much pain? Oh, yeah.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I've had
Yeah.
been
Oh,
there, done that.
yeah. Yeah. I never had gallbladder or anything before, but I've heard it is extremely painful.
I had to have my gallbladder out, and the thing is that I'm so because I have so much pain anyway. I guess I was borderline whenever they my I had a bleeding or an ulcer, and so when the gallbladder pain hit on top of everything else I have wrong, it was just too much, and that ulcer, and so they took my gallbladder out, and I thought it would everything was going to be okay then, but I still had double up, and finally, in desperation, because they kept giving me pain pills and kept saying, "Well, we can't give you any more pain pills. You should be better." Finally, in desperation, I went and bought some over the counter like Preps Pep uh, uh, Pepsid,
Pepsid. Yeah.
and it helped a little bit. So I went to the doctor and I said, "Look, narcotics will not help. Pepsid does. I need some sort of test to look into if I have an ulcer." And he's he was sitting there and he's okay, I'll do that, but if this is just to get more, I said, I don't, okay, don't give me another narcotic. Just give me a heavy duty something to combat a stuff. And then he went in and looked, and well, I had a, a it was about that long in my
Oh,
duodenum, and
oh,
it was, yeah, I was just like,
yeah.
mm,
Hi,
mm,
CB.
mm.
Yeah. Every time I ask my doctor about fibromyalgia, if there are new things about fibro, he says, "Well, there's only narcotics. There's still nothing new." And
Mhm.
I'm the same way. I don't want narcotics. I want something that is going to help me live properly without
Yeah,
getting drugged up. So,
yeah.
So, did I say hello to you, CB? I'm all over the place. I apologize.
Hi,
Um,
CV.
oh, I feel bad for you. Listen, I I did not watch the news at all this week because it's March break. I had forgotten about that. So I have the girls with me a lot of the time, and I can't really watch the news with them there because they're not really of age to see anything of what's going on right now. But today I received an email that will remain anonymous. I try not to take pills. Yeah, I know. I will not share who it is from, but it was shared to that person by a high-ranking officer in the National Guard that basically is talking about their the partnership that we have with Ukraine,
Hmm.
and they are trying to help state and federal with state and federal partners to help facilitate getting the Ukrainian military and citizen equipment that they need, as well as humanitarian um, assistance. But here's the thing: um, the role of NATO cannot be, how can I say that? It can't be predicted because we don't know where this war is going to go. We don't know what those crazy people are going to do, right?
Right.
So, this person mentioned that we need to be prepared and stand at the ready. The high ranking officer is also mentioning to assess our readiness, our own personal readiness,
Hmm.
and make sure that because it was sent to military personnel, make sure that each person is physically fit and that they keep on working on their military training so that if something was to happen, they would be ready. So that's basically one thing that I wanted to share with you.
Hmm.
And I want to thank that person very, very much. Um, and yeah,
Yeah.
I want to thank that person very much.
Yeah.
And no names is being named because it was sent to military personnel, to the enlisted only. So that's one thing that I wanted to. Yeah, it was sent to the enlisted personnel, not the civilians. So when they talked about personal readiness, they probably were talking about the military personnel. And yeah, just there's big inflation, and we all know it's going to
Get worse.
continue. It's going to get worse. So as you have money available, just make sure that you have cash on hand and that you shop, um, that you're smart about your money and that you have food,
Hmm.
you know, store up on food. And we'll have to tighten up our belt a little bit. So that's an expression in French that we say that. I don't know the equivalent in
Well,
English.
tighten your belt is it's it means the same thing in English. it,
Okay, yeah. It doesn't mean to
we
go
use it.
starving, but don't expect to go and get smoked salmon like I like once
Mhm.
a week because it ain't gonna happen. So that's basically what. I think. Well, cash on hand in America, I don't know how you would do it. It's the same in Canada. We're feeling it. Se serrer la ceinture, Kaya. We're feeling exactly the same thing in Canada.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's just as bad.
I think I'm gonna we 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 just pay all of our bills and never actually touch any cash. We pay all
Hmm.
of our bills online. We Mike usually gets $20 or maybe up for a month to do like you know if he needs a soda pop someplace, to put in a vending machine, or if he's gonna wash the car, or but otherwise, we do everything electronically.
And that
Don't.
wasn't the case in the past. And the thing
Mhm.
is, yeah, there is an increase in robbery because people are getting more and more desperate. There are ways for you to hide money.
Mhm.
If worse comes to worse, carrying it on yourself with belts. You know, there are some belts that you put around your waist, and those belts are under your clothes where you can store your money.
Well,
Serrer la ceinture, yeah. And
what what I did when I was a kid, um, I would hide money to make sure my dad didn't you know didn't take it. Um, I would take the insole in your shoe. I would take the bills and fold them up just down the shoe, and then put the insole back. And I mean, you know, I would do that. I did
there's
not the outs. It's the insole inside the shoe, not the.
mhm. There's always a proverbial book. My brother did that. He took a book, an
Mhm.
old book, and cut every page. It was a book that thick. And then he hid it in his bookshelf, and nobody was the wiser. But
Mhm.
nowadays they sell boxes like that, so that's an obvious one. My grandmother used to freeze her money in ice. I don't know, but you don't have to have all your cash with you at all times, but make sure that you have enough for the next grocery shopping, if you will, so that if there is one week where the internet crashes, then at least you have some or gas every time you can. We're at $2 a liter here. What is a
Mhm.
liter? What is how many liters are in a gallon? I know we're above six. I'm pretty sure.
I thought, is it 4 liters or in a gallon, or
I don't know.
let me look.
Of course, I have there. It's 3.785,
3.78.
3.79, 3.79. Okay.
Okay, because I thought it was that's about four, approximately 3.79 liters
Yeah.
a gallon.
Yeah. So, um,
Ours, when Mike went out.
7.39. Ugh, 7.39 a gallon in Quebec.
Well, I mean, okay, I live um 20 miles from a plant, a refinery plant. I mean,
Me too.
we make the gas, and um our our thing is. It was like almost $5 a gallon just a while ago. So
It, I can see I can see the refinery plant from my
yeah,
house.
yeah, when they
It's just across the river, but yeah,
when they burn the flame, to
yeah,
get rid of some of the bad gas, that flame is sitting right on top of one of my trees. I mean, it looks like my tree just burst into life. And I mean, it's just a tiny little flame. So I joke that every time I see that, I joke that Winnie Wood lit my candle because it just looks like it's like I said, it's about 10-20 miles away, but it looks like a little flame directly on top of my tree, so they lit my candle.
yeah. The burning bush has moved from Mount Sinai to your backyard. So I have looked at some things just before going on. Much of military budget, much of the Russian. Hi, Jay. How are you?
Hi, Shay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Much of the Russian military budget was stolen unbeknownst to Putin. Hi, Dominguez. Who is that? Ver? FYI. What does that mean?
They're a troll.
Oh, bye,
Somebody could.
Dominguez. Bye bye. I'm hiding this user on this channel.
Yay!
If you were not a troll, you are welcome to email me. Oh, somebody put it back in. I'm hiding it again. No, no. Okay. If you were not a troll, you're welcome to email me.
I think they were a troll.
I think they were too. So what was I going to say? Yeah, much of the Russian military budget was stolen unbeknownst to Putin and spent on a luxury yacht. Putin is isolated and very, very angry. So Putin has been lied to about by the military, the high military wigs. We kind of knew that. I hate to bring this up, but I have to. The nuclear option is not off the table, is not out of the possibility because of Putin's state of mind. Ukrainian women fight. Oh, I didn't finish it. Fight to fight back. Okay, yeah, the Ukrainian women fight back. Hi, Cecile. So, do you want to talk about what happened on Colbert?
Yes.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I after I watched Stephen Colbert's little YouTube shorts, I had to send it to Sophie because I had tears running out of my eyes. Um, this woman, he said, well, there was a woman who downed a one of the armed drones with a can of pickled cucumbers. And he said this was a news report that everybody tried to um, get on top of to make sure it was true. And so finally, through diligent reporting, somebody tracked down the woman and she said, oh, no, 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 no. It wasn't pickled cucumbers, it was pickled tomatoes.
And then you could see the ladies all in military garb, their faces hidden, and they had a message for Putin. That was good. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
good.
The
But
the
don't mess with Mama Bear.
yeah, that was what that was the thing that got to me that just made me howl. But the thing about we've sent the ladies were standing there and they all had, complete combat gear on, and they said, "We've sent our children away to safety, and now we're coming for you."
Hmm.
That was a
So
very, very,
they were they were very empowered.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
It
had
was, I mean,
empowered themselves.
the fact that if someone endangered my family and everything for a political, you know, just for political BS, and endangered my family, my country, my place of work, my world, you better believe I mean, I'm sorry, I do feel love and light, but I would retaliate. I would.
Love and light is not just, and I think it's Sadie who said that yesterday, do we just have to turn the other cheek? No.
Hmm.
Living as light
Even
workers, hmm
even Jesus Christ, whenever
said it.
the the Sadducees got a whip and went into the temple to clear out his father's house, that righteous anger is of the light,
As long as it doesn't turn
as long as
vengeful.
it's not self righteous, as long as it's not
Yeah.
vengeful.
Mm. Yeah. So, um, what will it take for NATO to finally get involved? Would it have to be with Russia attacking one of the NATO countries? Because this is getting crazy. So will NATO be involved eventually to stop this right now? And hi Maureen, nice meeting you. And the World Health Organization said it verified that there were 18 attacks on health facilities. Oh, Pentagon says Russia is using dumb bombs, so those bombs are not guided bombs. Then I have something about Ukrainian orphans. And Zelensky told everyone where he was. Come and get me. What's going to turn out about that? But I'd like to know from you, what are the questions that you might have as well while we start reading on this. And as we see them, we're going to identify them and read on them. Is that okay with everyone?
Okay.
I watched a video of a family taking their horses to forest and turning them loose to try to save them before they left.
Before they left.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the animals.
yeah.
I mean, dogs and cats are following journalists because they know they're going to be fed.
And it's so, I mean, you know, to have to choose between, carrying your child and carrying a dog. And, if you have to go so far, uh,
And the thing is, it's very difficult to cross a dog with at the border because then they'll
yeah,
have a dog issue. Yeah. So let's look at Putin. Does he realize how much was stolen from the military and how bad the
he
state of
doesn't
his
realize.
military is? He
No,
doesn't,
he
does
didn't
he?
have a clue. No.
He didn't, but does he now?
Let's see.
Well, I want to ask first if it is true, because we can have propaganda on our side of the line too.
Right? Okay. So first, is it true? I got a yes. Think about it.
Yeah, I get a yes too.
Okay. Now, this is for the logical people out there. They're, they have had multiple vehicles break down. They have had multiple vehicles that the tires shredded off of them from, you know, you have to, even if a tire doesn't look worn, those vehicles that are that big, their tires have to be changed regularly, regardless of the amount of wear and tear. If because they weigh so much more than a, so they haven't been changed in forever, because and that's the reason why when once they weren't rolling on tires, they were rolling on steel wheels, they stopped, because these are armored vehicles. They are so much heavier than what a normal tractor trailer um, vehicle a would weigh. It's an insane amount of weight.
Yeah,
So, follow that thought process if you doubt me um, that that it is true. So somebody
exactly.
was getting money and not using it for a purpose.
Exactly. Hi, Karen. Okay, so what is the question you're asking? I'm going to ask how much of the money, how much of the Russian military budget has been stolen?
Mm,
I'm not going to get a number, but I'm going to get a feeling.
okay.
They get dry rot, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Hi, Sharon
The
Saib.
and
Hmm?
to haul those big vehicles, you can't have weak spots in your tires. How how much?
The Russian military budget has been stolen. It's just to get a state of affair of their military, because that 40-mile convoy is not moving very, very fast.
Yeah. Okay. I I think about half. What's their military budget?
I don't know what their military budget was, but it is no more.
Okay. Here, follow my
Okay.
logic on this. You've got secrets. This is the secret. This is this two. Okay. Judgment, which that was not really great judgment on their part.
No.
The eight of cups, and this deck I did not in I have no inverted cards in. This is a regular deck, and I got an inverted Two of Cups. Um, so, but what I'm saying is, what I'm looking at that made me say 50% is the High Priestess. I asked about a percentage. The High Priestess, you can divide in half exactly. Judgment, it's a 2. Judgment is a 20. Um, this the Eight of Swords, you can divide it into 2, and the Two of Cups, you can divide it into 2. So it's like everything, um, all of the numbers I got were. I mean, and this, in case you're wondering, means divorce. Means to get away from. So I'm thinking that Trump, huh? Well, I guess I want to put him over there. Um, that Putin did not have a clue,
No.
and to for that much, half of their military budget has gone into different pockets. That's an
Yeah.
awful lot of money. That's an awful
Now,
lot of money.
I was going to stop there. This is the page of one, but I'm going to bring the card a little closer. Look at the elephant, the eyes of the elephant, how trapped it is. Look at
Hmm.
how, it's chained. And this is a young person. The army is trapped now. It's chained, and the training was was never a good training. And I felt that, this card was telling it all. It was enough to make it so that it's going to make it's even more difficult for him to win this war. And I'm the same way as you. Unless I use a terror of a position or a specific rider weight, I have my rider
Hmm.
weight that I use in reverse sometimes.
Hmm.
I don't have reversal. I get the Three of Cups again
Hmm.
coming across. So it's people are not celebrating much. Um, this was dispersed at the base of the reading. This was dispersed all over the place to many different people.
Hmm.
And now the world knows, and Putin ain't happy about it. But I
Hmm.
got the same as you that half the money has been spent, and he's trying to. I get a lot of sixes, like 2626. Um, this for they're trying to keep what they have right now. They're trying to get back some of that money, but the ruble being having the worth that it has now, you know, they
They can't fix it.
no. The
They
only
can't
way
do
they
that. Hurry up.
yeah, the only way they can recover from this is starting it over. Everything that was done with the dissolution of the USSR, everything that they thought they had rebuilt was never really rebuilt. So they're
Hmm.
still having your old tanks from the 1940s almost. But I also this as a show of force, and at the back of the pack I have the strength card. I see this as being a big bomb. So there is well they have the there is the Moab, like the mother of all bombs that the US has, and the Foab, the father of all bombs that Russia has. Maybe that would be one of the things that they would be using. But they had fun for a while, but they're not having fun. They're learning from oh my God. After I removed the strength card, I got the devil.
Deception.
The ace of coins. Okay, the devil. So corruption, addiction, because there's a lot of addiction to what?
Mhm.
Money. Then I get the fool. They were
I think,
foolish.
yep, they were foolish.
Putin will
Yeah,
find out, I think. He will, well,
yeah.
it's kind of
I mean,
fake to not
I
having
think
found out yet. Yeah?
I I think that he already. I mean, he's already found out, and but
Not to
more
the extent,
of,
though.
yeah. That's what I started to say. More people. It's like, here's the people who did it. Here's layers and layers and layers of people between him and them, and they're trying. They all know that they'll get in trouble, so they're trying to it's play a shell game with the things so that uh, Vlad doesn't absolutely know that that as bad as it is across the board, it's happened. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's like they give up one because he's getting too close, but they move around the others, um, trying to keep it out of his sight. But that but he knows that certain ones have done it. I guess maybe he is only aware of like bigger ones who are over a bigger thing, or more money. The more money makes it. I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah. 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 There is. What's going to happen to those people? I'm just going to use a yes or no. I'm not going to say the question.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Yeah. And those who were not involved in this, but they're losing the war nonetheless.
Well, I mean, really and truly, look at it strategically, and if um that if look at the country, okay, at the top of the country, the lay of the land is marshy country, okay, that automatically makes it harder to take over, harder to control. But look at the edge that's on the Black Sea, or the by Crimea.
Hmm.
It they gained more ground on it because the terrain is easier for their they could to get resupplied, to get everything. It's a matter of terrain because this
Because,
is a ground war.
yeah, because I know it's winter there, but they're a little bit south of us here. And they don't have that much snow on the ground. So, it's, and it's getting to closer to, well, in March. So it's getting closer to thawing season. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's very marshy, and big trucks, if they try to you know get out of the way because they're having difficulty with this truck, it sinks because
Hmm.
it weighs an ungodly amount because it's an armored vehicle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So,
so
yes, please hit the thumbs up and share and subscribe if you will, please. Thank you, Sharon. And I think Maureen joined us. Did I say hi to you, Maureen?
hello,
So again,
Marie.
if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to ask them while we're waiting for your questions. We'll just go on with ours.
Okay.
Now, with all of this, I mean, at the time of the reporting, I don't think he realized how bad it was. Slowly but surely, he will realize how bad it was. So, is that making him more erratic? because he's again self-isolating and he's angry. And when having isolated myself, I know that your feelings become this much more intense because that's how you keep thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
You don't deal with them, you don't fix whatever is making
Right.
those feelings surface. You just make them, they just get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. So, is that making him, when he finds out, or as he finds out, will that make him crazier and edgier? Meaning, is he going to go too far?
Crazier and edgier. Okay, say it again.
Is Putin going to get crazier and edgier as he finds out more about the military spending? Like, is
Mm-hmm.
he going to go for options that he normally would not?
Okay.
All those oligarchs that are speaking up about not wanting Putin to go to war, it's because they know where the money went.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you will look, um, there are several oligarchs who have died recently. They're calling it
Yeah,
suicide.
they've fallen out of window.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, I don't know how many times I have caught myself trying to climb out a window. It it's it's just something you do without thinking on the 27th floor.
Yeah, yeah, really. He's personally involved in that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Entertainment purposes only. This is tarot. If you're ready, you can go ahead.
All right. Um, let's see. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Uh, I think. Look. Um, he is getting so out there. This is outer space. He's getting so out there with look. He is completely isolating himself. He's in a spacesuit. The little squirrel's in a spacesuit. He is getting so far out there, and he's feeling like that um, everything is falling apart. Everything is whirling around and flying apart. Is what is his thing because of the ideas that he had about it in the first place. He thought he was going to be. He honestly thought he was going to be a hero to the Ukrainian people. Um, he has an illness. This is an illness, and that's a plague doctor. So that right there with that plague doctor face, that tells me that COVID has had a real. real impact on his cognitive abilities. He he I'm sure was going downhill because he's a aging psychopath, but he had the isolation of COVID has turned this from a mild thing to or mild. He kills people. Um, but not so crazy thing to a real threat because he I and I think somebody is going to yeah somebody's going to try the every I know I said this before but the plans to do him in the plans are legion. They're legion. um he thinks that he is one of the cool cats. He is the powerful leader. He is sitting atop the 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 pyramid. But when his advisors and everybody look at him, they are dissecting him. It's okay, your mind is here. What will be your next move? What are you going to do next? And they are trying to do away with him. Ugh. And they will be successful. Okay. And yeah, they will be successful. This is the fish, which is multiple, multiple. Um, I think he may have 7 of Pentacles. They're planting the seeds. It's um, okay. What you get, Sophie? Sophie girl.
Just need to draw one more card, but I have a lot of major arcanas and a lot of cards that did not want to come out alone for the position of the card, so I put two. No, that doesn't jive. Okay.
I'm gonna put you on the big screen so that people can see your cards better. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I want to blow you up, and I mean not blow you. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Absolutely, you go right ahead. Yeah, we should have done that. Okay, here we are. I have here the two of wands and the star. And when I looked at the star, I did not think it was a good star. I had no good feeling about that star. Then I found out there was a card behind it as I was reading everything else. And before I drew the clarifier, it's the two of wands, and the two of wands are crossing each other. This is the villain's tarot. And I felt that as those two ones are crossing each other, they're like rubbing against one another, and that creates fire. I think that he thought that they were ready, and he sees that they are not right now. And he's very, very pissed off. And that is putting oil on the fire. That is contributing to him becoming, what's the word for it? Unhinged. And then I got the lightning as um, a clarifier, and I feel lightning speed. But it also to me confirms what I felt about this two of wands. Usually, the two of wands is about the world opening up, making choices and things like that. Those choices were taking away, and it's creating a fire. And the star of this reading, which is Putin, is not very happy about that. He doesn't see, if you look at the stars here, or, well, they're like probably sparks. Um, they're not lighting up the whole sky, and basically that's what I felt. Judgment. Moving up is the judgment card. He is rash. I hear rash. Rash judgment. Irrational judgment. The way he evaluates the whole thing. I mean, look at the candy bars, like the little suckers here, the back, they're melting.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah.
Then I got two more cards that were, I found out after that they were together. The Six of Swords moving away, and the Emperor. The Emperor moving away. As a clarifier, I got the illness card as well. So
Mm.
illness is taking roots and is making things more and more um, crazy.
Yeah. Making them more. Um, it's like it's turning up the heat, and everybody's sweating. That was just
Yeah,
what I got. Yeah,
exactly.
turning up the
Then I
heat,
get
turning up the heat.
death. There are two ways of taking it, and I'm taking it both ways, transition and the other way. Transition to a jail cell, maybe, with the Eight of Swords. He's going to be trapped.
Hmm.
Eventually, he's going to be trapped into the flame of hell. So, you know those prison cells that they have in Russia? It is like hell. I mean, forget to have your T-bone, having a T-bone, or um, you know, be able to eat bio. It ain't gonna happen for him. It's not
Hmm.
going to be a very good time. So
Yeah.
is he going to see justice? I think that, unlike with Mr. T, yes, he is.
Hmm.
I feel
Yeah,
that
because
Mr. T is going to be too far gone. He's not gonna know that he's like that. But this one,
well,
I
I
think
mean,
he is.
I think because recreational um, chemicals were such a part of T's life that, but I don't think recreational chemicals have ever been a part of Pootie's.
Miss Charlotte.
Trumpy and Pootie.
Yeah, they'll have to catch him when his guard is down, mad.
I, I, yeah,
I feel a
I think,
spark.
I think that, um, everybody's talking about his yacht and everything, and I, you know, last night, um, it was always every time I saw him, it was, you know, people in the dark were hurting him, hurt, you know, kind of nudging, and he would be like, "Oh, I'll go over here," and then they would back off, and it was like they nudged and backed off, and nudged and backed off, and they herded him. Was the next thing I saw. I saw my dog. My dog is a Great Pyrenees. She she doesn't exactly herd goats. She just looks at them, and if one goes off in the pasture, because the babies go off in the pasture. She gets up and goes and gets them, and then puts them with their mother, and walks off and goes and lays down. And she picks up. She has an enormous mouth. Her mouth is this wide. She picks up a baby with her mouth and trots back in, and it never has a mark on it. So, you know, I think this hurting thing is it's like the information being released is just manipulated just enough to try to get him to go in a different direction. So somebody's already doing that. It's just some things they can't stop and tweak. Some things come to him directly. So they have to be careful. And then, I mean, always before I saw, a person stabbing him, and I don't know if that was for the fact that it will be somebody he trusts that it causes his end, but maybe it's because we talked about boats so much. But I see him running and trying to escape on a boat. And so, but I,
Somebody, I think it was Mel, was one of them who said that they see his boat blowing up. So he might be taken out on a boat. I don't know. But here's a question from Miss Charlotte, and please don't hesitate to ask questions as we go on.
mhm.
We have maybe another 30 minutes to go. I don't remember where I
Oh,
heard this. Yes, go ahead.
actually, I saw it on CNN. There was a lady who had sat beside Putin at a dinner several years ago, and she said he did not eat or drink anything while we went through this dinner because he
Mm,
just doesn't
okay,
in public.
that's interesting. Hello, Mary. Nice to see you. So, could his
Family's good to
family
him.
be the one? Could a member of his family be one, the
Or
one
his mistress.
doing the deed? Or his mistress?
She's not exactly a member of his family, but I would assume she was somebody he trusts.
I don't know where I heard this either, but where I heard this from, but his daughter apparently pleaded with him to get out of Ukraine.
Hmm.
Hi, Janet B. Ah, okay. Linda G saw him on his yacht, and it's in flames. And the other boats around him did nothing. And yeah, I remember that. And Fiona Hill said it on Colbert.
Wow.
So
Let's try this.
I think they already did. That's part of his illness. What do you think?
Oh, they did.
I
They've
think
already.
somebody already did. He got through, or it's being done so slowly he doesn't notice, and it's part of his illness.
Huh, let's see. Oh wow, Sophie. Um,
What do you get?
everything. Let me do regular tarot cards too, because I've got a yeah,
They did, didn't they?
yeah. Okay, let me show you what all I've got here. And what
Go ahead. Go ahead.
what did you? No, if it was worth the gas, please, please.
Well, it's the first time I'm using these
Um,
cards and I haven't studied them yet very much. So I want you to go first.
okay, okay. I will do the thing. All right. What I got initially is I just grabbed these cards and I got the wishes granted card about his family poisoning him. The flame will eat slowly at something until it reaches a combustible point. You can see, uh, you know, the embers in a flame when you build a fire, how it eats away at it and then it dies down and then it slowly takes over. I got the lightning. I mean, think about the question I asked. I got the lightning. Yes, there. So, but I was thinking about, are they already trying to poison him? And the warning signs are all there. He is a proud man and he looks over everything very carefully. So you have to be diligent, but in time, you see results. And then I used the tarot cards and I thought, taking charge, taking control, the give and take of, you know, being very, very careful with how much you give him so he does not notice. And taking advantage of every opportunity you have. So I would think yes.
Oops, sorry, you guys were not supposed to see that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, guys. I got the cat, and that indicates flattery, and it foretells also of personal injury if it's near a number six. Okay. Then just keep that in mind. Number six, personal injury. I get the moon, and with the moon, um, well, if I go by, that's not what I feel, but if I go by the definition that it says here, the moon means when it's near, it's a good omen, but when it's distant, it expose it puts you in exposure of your secrets. To me, the moon means deceit. Okay, I feel that there is deceit there. And then I get the rod, family quarrels. Oh, I got two cards. Oh no, okay, that's okay. I got a yes, and then I got the king, the handshake, and I feel that this handshake is with the moon right there and the family quarrel. I feel that this handshake is fake, but here is a 6, and that's the house. So there's
Mm,
family quarrel in the house. The
yeah.
handshake, there's a yes there. There's a handshake, but the handshake I feel is iffy because of the moon, and the rod indicates family quarrel. So it feels right to me. And then I'll need your help with this. I got the spaceship way out there, like you said. The spaceship, it is a crazy idea that they start playing with, that they never thought that they would use. What
Right.
else can you say about it?
Well, I mean, you've got the moon again. The moon is up in
Yeah,
the orbit, so
yeah.
you've got secrets. The moon also, it rules water, and so you know, in that little trail coming down, that little wispy trail coming down,
Mm-hmm.
that may be um, how
This ship
they,
crashing?
yeah, yeah, that may be how they're trying to get it a little bit at a time. See at the very top, it's almost invisible, and it goes into like an S, and then it gets
Yeah,
thicker and thicker.
yeah. I got the zombie. All I keep thinking is the zombie epitome, and you have the hand coming out. Um, he's getting sick. That's what I feel when I see zombie. To me, it's like it's an illness that
It's
actually
sickness. Yeah.
zombie is a real sickness. I think I heard somewhere. It's not like we think, but um, I'll have to look on the internet to show it to you, Katie. The flames that is at the top of the reading. The flames. He is. I feel like he's going to figure it out eventually.
Mhm. But will it
That's.
be soon enough?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know because I got the king after and the dogs. The dogs usually. Oh, the dog food.
Hmm.
The
So
king is
maybe.
usually the person we're reading about. Am I right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And the dog food.
So if you look at it like as there's something evil
Yeah,
within the king that comes from his food.
yeah,
That's something evil devil, the king, and the dog food.
yeah. That's good. That's good. Good reading, Katie. Yeah, fear of nuclear. Yeah, and that's my next question, Cecile. Um, the fear of nuclear war, is that something that is. Hi, Melinda. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you. Thanks, my friend. So,
Yeah.
uh, the fear of a nuclear war, yeah, Cecile mentioned that maybe psychosis could be chemically induced.
Mm. Well, I think here's the deal, people. I think you're dealing with somebody who is a sociopathic psychopath in the first place. He was KGB. He he it is like an organic evolution. When you age, you deteriorate. There's no telling what he has had to um, encounter in his time as a KGB agent as far as chemical warfare because they poison people over there, you know. And so you take someone who is psychotic and you add chemicals, and then you add age, and then you add more chemicals. Um, I think that it is very very possible that simply the thing from COVID, um, he looks like he has moon face. You know, he looks like someone who has abused steroids to make him buffer and everything like that, just like the athletes. But steroids can chemically induce um, fits of rage, fits of it's a mind altering substance when you get into the high doses
Yeah,
and you don't need it.
yeah, yeah. Hi, Pat. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Melinda.
Prednisone.
Yeah, prednisone.
Prednisone. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, Melinda. So, the fear of nuclear war is that, or nuclear weapons, is that something that could, um, that not only his daughter, but the Russians are afraid of? I smell bacon.
Uh, What?
I smell bacon.
Well, okay, I have to tell you this. Um, one of the one of the little things like to tell you there's a cop if you're driving and somebody says, "Oh, there's a cop," so that you monitor your speed and everything, make sure you're not going over the whatever exactly, And one of the things that they say around here is, "I smell bacon." So when you said that, I was like, "You got caught."
No, I smell real bacon. I smell real bacon and I don't know why. It's 9:30 and my neighbors are asleep and I'm totally on the opposite side of everybody's kitchen and I smell bacon.
What would bacon signify, though?
Could they
What
be
was the
using as
question?
bacon? I was just looking at the fear of nuclear activities or nuclear weapons or the use of nuclear technology. And but I smell bacon.
For many, bacon is a comfort food.
Me too. I love bacon. Roasting a pig, yeah. Could they be using his? Are you
His
making
daughter,
bacon,
bacon,
Kaya?
bacon, bacon. Um, that bacon's a breakfast food,
Are they
and
using bacon?
let's see. I'm just trying to think of all of the things attached to bacon that we. I mean, it's ah. Okay, if you want your family to wake up and come here, what do? If you try to get
Bacon.
your family up, and then you start cooking bacon, and then they're like, okay, well, maybe I have to get out of bed. I've done that a million times because I sit there and shake my kids and shake my kids. And like I said, okay, if you don't get up and get ready, you can't have breakfast. And I went and started the bacon because that was a motivator. What if um, they have threatened his family if he doesn't back down, if he doesn't back off of the
Can you say
nuclear.
that again? I'm sorry.
What
What if?
if they told his family that if he doesn't back down, they're all going to die? I mean, we are putting our own morals into this as a block. What if they they told his family that unless you can convince him to back off, you're all dead?
The other thing that came to mind is what if, and I feel that from his daughter, what if they are also poisoning themselves intermittently, but because they know they're younger, they're going to get through this just to save their family and their country. No, their family. They're too selfish to think about anything else. Oh, making bacon could refer to getting screwed. Hmm.
Yeah, but there's bringing home the bacon, making a living. Their world. I mean, that's a good one, Janet P. Because their world, their money is affected because of this. They, I mean, they go from being, having all this, this wealth to it's instantly. I mean, well, okay, $36 million became what, 200 something $1,000 overnight.
And Pat said that she signed the cards that a young male person will be the betrayer.
I haven't seen if it was male or female.
I've heard female, but the thing is, there is, male energy and female energy in everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend to sometimes take that female energy and interpret it as being a person that is female, right? But that could be a
Right.
male who has a strong female energy that is
Mm-hmm.
able to use that to. Tracy is not picking up on the bacon. Kaya says that somebody is getting um, screwed.
He said, Pat says, I like a young male love lover type energy. Hmm.
Putin?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? Nothing would surprise me anymore.
No, no. I mean, because I never thought he would actually. I mean, a lot of times people rattle sabers in Europe and everything. It's constantly, because they're all trying to be her. But I never
Yeah.
thought he would threaten nuclear war, because that's stupid. Because you you kill yourself to kill somebody else, and that's
Hmm.
counterproductive.
Yeah. Cecile says that he is. Pat says that he is too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not going to ask the question. I'm not going to say the question, but I'm going to ask anyway. Is there homosexuality involved? You're right, Cecile. Self-absorbed person with nothing left to lose is capable of anything.
exactly. Yeah, he's that's all he.
I get a yes. You?
I I got circles. It's like
Oh,
maybe
ask
maybe he's
by.
bi bi.
Yeah. Capable of anything and everything. How about we ask that? Is there a danger of nuclear activity? Or do you feel comfortable asking?
Sure. Is
Yeah.
there a danger of nuclear activity? Well, and well, okay. Let's that would include um a nuclear uh
Creating a nuclear disaster.
yeah, because there's a the plants are that are have been under fire. It's it's crazy that
It's
he
dangerous.
has done
So,
this. So nuclear activity.
but
Um,
voluntary nuclear activity so that, we eliminate the accidents in there. So is he
we
willing
what?
to um, voluntary nuclear activity so we eliminate accidents?
Okay.
He's using those non-bombs that have no guiding capabilities. He doesn't care that it goes wherever it goes, right?
Right. And that's
Okay,
so.
China is related to my bacon. Oh, I agree with you, Tracy Ralph.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I, I don't think he is a rational person anymore. Yeah.
Me neither. I got a tower, but I don't feel the rest. I'll try my other clown cards.
Okay. 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 All right. Um. Here, I'll do it. Okay. I have quiet as the grave. he he is still not gotten to the point to where that he will give his own life for um every he still has enough rationality to understand that it would be the death of him too if he started the nuclear um stuff. But he is laying down, he is approaching a a the loss of his faculties. He doesn't have balance. He doesn't he is losing the idea of cause and effect because he doesn't have that balance. But he has been so crafty and such a good schemer that the emotions that are overpowering him, he pulls on that training of from the KGB that he got to keep giving him moments of clarity. And I think he is um is trying to keep it all together until he can do the exercises, whatever that he is used to doing to gain that clarity. It's like he wants to he always gives these decisions and everything to people, but then he goes back and he stews over them for hours and makes charts and graphs. I'm not kidding. I've seen charts and graphs, and then he makes the decision. So it's like it's like he's fighting his um he's fighting to keep his sanity in place. He it's not like he thinks he's going crazy or anything. He thinks he's just strategizing. He's doing the things that he always used to do, but it's taken him longer, taking him more and more. He used to do it almost on the fly and go, but it's taking him longer and longer to make these concrete decisions. But ultimately, I got that he would leave. Um, he would swim to calmer waters. I got there's him. Um, there is him walking along trying to get things under control. He's going from being someone who makes snap decisions instantly to someone who walks away and then after he's thought it through, he turns around and gives people his statement. It's 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 not a lengthy process to get him to make a decision, but it is taking him slower. Um, he has a good radar for danger. He has a very good radar for danger, and you know, look at this. The warning signs are all there, but it's his age that is hurting him so much. But
Oh,
I think that the thing with about the male person I can't ever get a. I think there's more than one person who is involved in this. I just really feel that.
More than one person or more than one country?
I don't know. I'm just getting the feel is like it's more than just a.
Mm.
Okay, I've got to run in there. I hear my dog hollering, and so I've got to go rescue her. So uh, I'll be right back.
No problem. I've got that. Um, Putin um, is fighting right now, and he's fighting dirty, unfair battle. And like Katie, I got the Four of Swords. Is he sleeping on it? I frankly, I don't know because this King of Cups, I see it reversed. I see this King of Cups being unhinged. So is he taking the time to think about it? Maybe he is. I'll have to draw on that. The King of Cups, he is his mental status, his emotional um, being is completely out of whack. And even though he thought that he would win this war, he sees it as he's losing, and that is the danger here. With the Knight of Cups, again, a lot of emotions that are all over the place. He's not to be trusted. You know, the charming cup. Well, he's not charming. With this infinity card here, I looked it up, and it's about possibilities that we never really thought that could happen. And we get the Sun card, which is usually good luck and happiness, a bright future. But what country does the Sun represent? It's usually the Asian country. It's Japan or China, right? Usually Japan, but also China. There's going to be a breakup there. The ship sinking. Isn't that fitting? Um, his descent is going to happen quicker and quicker and quicker, where he's going to get to a crossroad to make this decision. With the Queen of Wands, thinking about, there's a fire lit up there, and this feminine energy, like there's no wrath like a woman's wrath, and he's guarding what he's got. So what is he willing to do? I have no idea what he's willing to do, how far he's willing to go, to be honest with you. But I would not discard the idea that he could do that. Because at the back of the reading, I got the Three of Pentacles working in tandem with other people. Like Katie said, he's not the only one making this decision. And that's basically okay. Um, but even though he's not the only one making this decision, there is an imbalance in the decision making process, which is going to bring heartache. But again, I get the Sun, the Emperor with the Sun. That could, I heard China before, but could it be Japan? Because when you think about it, the Sun, the Emperor, I don't know. There's an association being made, but like I said, with the clarifier, it will break up. It will
That's
break up.
The
Yeah.
one thing that I wondered about this with the sun and in countries and everything. The only thing is the sunflower for Ukraine. That's
Oh,
that's just I wondered about that because the sun and the sunflower. I mean, they are far apart, but they're awful close together too in how they look. The darker middle, and then the fringe of white. That I mean that's when you draw a sunflower. Oh, the sun
okay.
with the tiger in the year of the tiger.
That is very interesting too. When is the year of the tiger?
I think we're in it.
2012? No.
I think we're in it.
Really?
I think so.
Oh my God. Year of the tiger. Yeah. I wanted you to be wrong, Katie.
Nope.
Okay. Why don't we draw cards for the collective? Why don't we draw an inspirational card for Ukraine?
Okay.
Why don't we do that? Let's look at Ukraine.
Let's look at Ukraine.
Inspirational card for Ukraine. What can we meditate on to help Ukraine? I'm getting the love. I hope I'm not offending anyone, but what I'm going to use is the deck, the loving word of Jesus. Something that we should meditate on to help Ukraine. Okay, that doesn't work.
Okay.
Healing mantra. Thank you very much, everyone, for staying with us and for your participation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for those
Yeah.
of you, if you're watching later on, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. Thank you. Go ahead.
Um. Let's do this so you can see. I'm using the Sacred Earth Oracle cards, and this one is Surface. You need to have more than a surface body. You need to be more than a superficial person. Sometimes when we enter adversity, we only see the surface, but then we reach down deep inside us and realize that we are a bottom as well. We can do things that we never imagined at any time doing them. So you push up that that feeling, that bigger than life feelings that are so surreal while you're doing the impossible. And then you realize that your surface area is different. It's grown. It pushes that confidence that has been very, very far away from you. That confidence is what makes it to the surface when you overcome whatever you had to do. And so it's horrible, it's awful, but it being put in horrible situations can make a person discover more about themselves. Absence. Know when to take yourself out of the equation. Sometimes when you are going against something, you realize that it will be better for all around, me, you, them, if I take myself out of this situation. You're not a coward, but you know that you couldn't help the situation. There's nothing you can do. And that is hard too at times. But when you are doing something for the greater good of all, you look at it with eyes not blinded by pride and ego. That's when discernment comes into play. You accurately think of your strengths and weaknesses, and how that we from all across the world can do something, even if it's not a whole lot. Do something, because if the whole world does something instead of just saying "aw," it will improve their outcome. So having the discernment to think of the what is the thing that they need most, and try to get I try to you can try to um, contribute to whatever whatever thing you think is needed most, because at that time it probably is. The children um, wanting to come, wanting orphaned children needing homes, but everybody has to deal with, I don't have very much money. will pick a charity and discern what you connect with what they need and give to whatever charity is comes closest to filling that need. If you have having discernment means deciding between one and another and deciding which is the best one. And in life, a lot of times it's very difficult. But in this case, being the helpless, watching the horror of the war in Ukraine, we our hands seem to be tied, but we can give something and fortitude. You cannot say that the Ukrainian people do not have fortitude. We look to them in all things, um, about the war, about the I'm getting teary. Okay, okay, I'll have you do it.
Um,
Okay,
I drew from different cards and got different things, and some of it made sense, others made no sense at all. So, acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. But here's the thing. With that comes fragments. We have apprehension from our past, from our past memories, from past experiences, apprehensions that are based on what we might have endured. When we think about Russia, when we think about all the what's going on right now, a war with Russia is always something that we have apprehended, and we base that on everything that has been um, shared with us. Russians are bad. A war with Russia means a nuclear war, and we take um, those memories and we make new ones with those. So we need to acknowledge that we have apprehensions, and we need to um, look at how we're using fragments of our own memory and interest and mixing that up with our own imagination as well, based on our fears. The other thing that I got was, let me see here, formation. That's about decision making and making sure we have all of the informations, observe and reserve judgment until it is revealed and everything like that. Well, that all of that is true. Apprehension might bring forth some things that we are putting out in the air, energies that we're putting out in the air that might make, the laws of attraction that might make things happen. And before we do that, let's reserve judgment. Make sure we have all of the information at hand to let's take the time necessary and see and also feel what is coming forward. Let's make sure that things are not coming from our imagination, but they are coming from facts, or that they are coming from the information that Spirit has for you. And this one is about perception. Katie talked about that. Listen, observe, and better your chances. Rely on your direct experience. Do not be swayed by reputation, gossip, or a third party account. Trust your perception and interpretation of a situation. Be wary of gaslighting, so we need to be careful about that, or of someone who undermines your sense of self and the world around you. Develop your in hone on your sensitivity. I'm going to go back to the first card I showed you, which is acknowledging apprehension. And it talks a lot about that in the booklet, about trusting and developing our own sensitivities and honing on what is true versus what is not. And just know that with God, with spirits, with your guides, all things are possible. Okay? And um, if you pray for Ukraine, if you pray for the for NATO, it will make a difference. It will make a difference. It is possible to change things through prayers, through meditation. So that is, Tracy Ralph just says it. Prayers are no small things, and they are not. They are very, very powerful. So pray, just pray. Pray with love. And don't forget to send love to everyone in Ukraine, in Russia, even Mr. P, and to all of the leaders of the world so that the right decisions are being made.
Okay, I'm going to try for fortitude again. I got kind of a little bit teary right there. Okay, with fortitude, realize that your prayers, your fortitude, your spark of divinity is powerful. Your fortitude, your spark of nobility, your spark of divinity is powerful. You can pray. You can reach. Cash Peters has a video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that it's you meditate, enter that space that is connected with the divine, and
Hmm.
project out protection for these people. Project out protection for the world, because we know that you have to protect the world. So, prayer, meditation, whatever you want to call it, it's you entering your divine space and projecting those prayers. Fortitude means that you will not falter. You will not, you will stand your ground, because you feel within you that this is right. And in the end, God, the source, the universe, respects that fortitude, that deep belief in your divine part of yourself that is connected with source. Everybody has a spark of divinity in them, and it's just accessing it that will be a strong, strong force for good.
And to conclude, that's what I was hoping to get. What things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. So believe in yourself. Believe in the power that you have, that Spirit gives you to help, and you will. You will, because you'll be praying with your whole, you're meditating or praying with your whole being. So, yeah. So, I hope everyone had a good time. It was political,
Mhm.
and I thank you all for coming. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to visit, like, share, and subscribe to Kathleen J. Lightworker Tarot. And we shall see you. Oh, you're picturing the strength card for Ukraine.
Yes, 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 storyteller. Oh,
If I ever was to make a tarot card, I would make Ukraine as the strength card
yeah,
because they have real strength.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they have
and
real national pride.
they do, absolutely. And if we can reach that spark, that focus on it, growing, the person become weak to resist it, as scary as it is to feel good. Sending love to Mr. P. So thank you all for coming, and we shall see you on Friday at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and we will have Deanne from Shield Maiden Tarot, and Kathleen will be joining me again. Talk to you later, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.